tucked his cloak into his belt and ran ahead of Ahab's chariot all the way to the entrance of Zeriel. So, if you know the story of Elijah, this may be a part of the story that is familiar to you. But there are just so many amazing things that really jumped out at me when I read the scripture for myself and really started to meditate on this scripture. For a reminder, Elijah is actually the one that had prayed this drought into existence. And so this drought that they were now experiencing was brought about by Elijah's prayer. And so at this point, Elijah was now praying for the drought to end. He began to petition the throne of God that it would rain. He was asking for it to really, really pour out, the thirst of the land to be quenched. He asks, as you look here in the scripture, you see where Elijah prayed, and after he prayed, he did not immediately get a response. And so he continued to send his servant out, and you would have seen where he sent his servant out one time, and the servant came back and he said he didn't see anything, and he sent the servant out again, and the servant came back with the same report. I don't see anything. And maybe what Elijah did is that he continued to pray and he continued to petition the throne of God. He sent out the servant a third time, and still nothing was seen, and the servant came back with the same report, and then a fourth and a fifth and a sixth time, and it went all the way up to 7 times until the servant came back to say that he saw a cloud, and it was the size of a man's hand. And so here we see where he was consistent in his expectation, because he knew the God in whom he served.